Most people think that making money in the market is about owning the next best thing. And reality is, to make the most money over the long term in the market, it's about owning real companies and real businesses that solve everyday problems. Companies that keep America moving, building, and connected. In this October, I'm buying 4 stocks that you should not overlook, but you probably always do. These not just tickers on the screen. These are companies behind repairs, factories, construction sites, and of course, powering the AI chip revolution. Now stick with me, because when you see the stories behind these businesses, you'll realize why chasing hype is really a trap, and why these 4 companies could quietly retire you early. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the one thing that all 4 of these companies have in common. That's right. It's one trait that I look for before I buy any stock. Now, before we get into this video, I want you to like, I want you to subscribe, and I want you to share this out with somebody. We don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your time, because I know that's the real wealth. And our goal here is to help you turn your last name to an asset. Let's go. Like I said, I'm going to share with you 4 stocks that have been killing it all year. They are all the way from their all-time high, which means they have room to run. A lot of the stocks right now that everybody are trying to pile into are stocks that are either right at the all-time high, past the all-time high, and come back down and retest. What I love about these 4 companies are they have about 5 to 10% that they can run before they get to all-time high, which is really, really good. Now, first on the list is America's go-to doctor's office for cars. That's right. They sell parts, batteries, repair solutions, but for everyday drivers and professional mechanics. Now, why they are attractive? The U.S. cars in America average about 12.8 years of age. Now, that's older than all cars around the world. That means Americans are holding on to cars, which means more repairs, which also means more parts need to be sold. Now, AutoZone is the company we talking about. Now, listen, I know the price is going to scare you out the gate. Here's what I want you to understand, though. Year to date, this company is up 32%. That's $1,000. Now, AutoZone has over 7,000 locations across the United States, Mexico, and Brazil. They're not just selling parts. They're selling the lifeline for people who can't afford to buy a new car. And they keep the old car running. Now, here's what I want you to understand. Repair demand in America is locked in. It's at an all-time high, because people have to fix their cars. Whether the rates are high or low, people would rather fix their cars. Now, this company is extremely profitable because they control the cost. They have an integrated vertical situation that they have going on where they actually make some of the parts that they sell, which means when you go in there, you'll see AutoZone's brand on their appliances. But also, the way they do it is they also get other companies to pay them to put parts inside of their stores. Now, that is what I love. Now, one of their secret weapons is they are aggressive with buying back shares, right? And they're really like shrinking their shares on the decade. Last week, the company missed earnings, missed revenue, right? But America, the market believes in this company so much, the company rallied last week by $127. This is crazy. By missing earnings and revenue, the company still rallied $127. Now, here's the thing. Whether it's a teenager in their first car or a family trying to make their SUV last a couple more years, AutoZone is the silent partner that's keeping them on the road. This makes them one of the most resilient stocks in the game. I promise you. Don't let this price fool you. This is definitely a sleeper. If you want somebody that's on Robinhood, you can actually buy 0.05 shares. I promise you, if it's a fractional share, whatever, you want to get into a company like AutoZone, y'all. Now, the next company on the list, I know you're not going to know them, but you're going to know they work. They really the ghost builder behind some of the world's largest brands. Who they are and what they do is significant. None other than a company by the name of Jabil designs and manufactures. Now think about this. This company produces products for Apple's. I'm talking about the iPhone casing, the electronics. They produce stuff for Tesla. We talk about auto components inside, healthcare devices, robotics, even 5G infrastructure, y'all. Like this company here is one of the ones where they just sit back and collect checks. Think of them as like the invisible hand that makes the greatest companies great. Now, they killed it for earnings, y'all. They delivered $8.3 billion in revenue, beating expectations by $800 million, growing the AI hardware by 25%. AI revenue is expected to grow even more in 26. This is what I love about this company. Aggressive $1 billion share buyback. That means they're showing real confidence in the future. Think about it like this. If Apple was the face of something at one time, this company, Jabil, is the company that they the hands that built it, right? While Apple gets all the shine, or Tesla get all the shines, they can't do nothing without this brand. That's why I like them, because they need their product or they can't produce. And all they do is sit back and collect the checks. They like the good friend that don't want to shine, but they know for a fact without them ain't no you. That's how they play the game. Now, in an industry that's chasing automation and AI, Jabil's role, it only is going to get bigger. And this is truly why I want you to pay attention to a company like this. Again, the stock is up 48% year to date, $70, y'all. And it still isn't that close to this 52-week high, which means it has room to run. One of the things that kills us in the market is we be looking at price and be like, man, no, I can't do that. It's companies like this that not only beat the market year to date, they beat the market in 1 year, they beat the market 5 years, and these companies have like 100 plus 200% return in 5 years. They be having 5,000% return max. These are the type of companies that don't get the shine, don't get the spotlight, but yet they just get you to the money. And that's the overall goal in this game. Let's get to the money. Now, with this next stock, I know for a fact that I'm going to hear y'all out. I just know for a fact I'm going to hear y'all out. I'm not going to hear the rest of it, but we got to go with it because I've been owning this stock since the pandemic because I was in construction. I want you to think about this. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper or a highway or even a data center and you don't buy the bulldozer. You rent it. And when you do, chances are you are getting it from none other than United Rentals. That's right, y'all. It is the largest equipment rental company in the world. That's right, in the world, Craig. They don't just rent cranes and forklifts and bulldozers. They also sell the nuts and bolts, the screws, the hardware that make the construction possible. Now, I want you to understand something. Why did I know this? This is a company that I owned since the pandemic. And I remember in the pandemic, I was telling everybody, Chipotle, I was telling everybody, this company right here, I was telling everybody. United Rentals, I was telling everybody. ServiceNow, and I was telling everybody. CrowdStrike. These are some of the companies I was really telling people to buy. Goldman Sachs, $100 during the pandemic. Look at them now, right? These are the companies I was really telling people to buy. United Rentals. I learned about this company when I was in the construction world. Here's the thing about that. When I was in construction, one of the things that happened was I used to remember all these lifts, all the lifts we used to use. And at one time, I was a boat tub man, right? Before I got into, hanging on, I was a boat tub man. So we used to sit in the office, sit in this container, and we used to have these buckets of bolts and screws and nuts and hardware. And we used to have to just bolt them up, make them up for the people that was doing. And I used to be like, yo. And all I saw was United Rentals, United Rentals, United Rentals, United Rentals, United Rentals. I was like, this is a crazy company. Looked it up and I was like, oh, they on the stock market? This is crazy. All right. End of my story. Let's get back to it. Now, the company is up 35% year to date. The company is up $252. I want you to just let that sink in for a second. Now, think about it like this. The rental industry is stabilizing. After 2 rough years, United Rentals is gaining share. Now, infrastructure spending is booming, and United Rentals is the toolbox of America. They just got to upgrade to outperform with a price target of $1,050. Here's the way I see it. They aren't just renting equipment. They're renting progress. Every new road, every new stadium, y'all know I built a few of them, every data center, we see them popping up. United Rentals is the nuts and bolts of the American construction game. I want you to think about something. All them data centers you seeing built, guess what? They're going to get them contracts. Not just from the nuts and bolts, but from the scissor lifts, from the machines, from the forklifts. They're going to be the people that's renting that to those people. So when you think about infrastructure being built in America, you got to think United Rentals. I got to say this. Everybody is talking about NVIDIA. I'm not mad at it. But Broadcom, they coming out of the shadows. We've been making a lot of money off this company when the company was actually around $700 and something and they did the stock split in 2023, 2024. I'm telling you that this company is a savage. Listen to me. They may be the quietest competitor in the AI chip race, but here's what I want you to know. They want a bigger piece of the action. Broadcom makes semiconductors that power Google AI chips, Apple devices, cloud networking, and storage. They're like the go-to guy when it comes to operating in this internet game. 90% of all internet traffic goes through something that they got going on. Every bit of that data is a feed. AI revenue jumped by 60% year over year. Google is doubling its orders for Broadcom chips in 2026. The VMware acquisition that they gave them real sticky revenue. Analysts are saying that this stock got a 17% upside. The world is focused on NVIDIA, but Broadcom is quietly arming the other giants, Apple, Google, cloud providers. So, NVIDIA, count your days at the top, man. I just want y'all to understand something. The stock still has an all-time high of $375. It has room to run, y'all. So I want to ask you a question. Why these four? This was a unique forward trap. Each one of them is tied to a trend that does not stop. That's the key. The trend that does not stop. AutoZone, America's aging cars. Jabil, the invisible builder behind tech. United Rentals, the nuts and bolts of construction. Broadcom, watch this, the interstate of the internet and the quiet force behind AI and cloud. For me, these four companies have a unique position in the marketplace. And the secret is this. They don't just ride hype. They are actually essential piece to moving forward in America. And essentials don't go out of style. And it's not just hype. So I hope this video really taught you a lot. And as you can see, these are four companies that I'm buying in October. Now, here's my question to you. If you can buy one, which one would it be? I hope you choose wisely. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video with someone. Also, comment in the chat and let us know how we can help y'all build wealth one share at a time. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper.
Whoop-de-doo.
Salute.